This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Impalas. Great for 20-inch blades. It's Thursday, March 28th, 2024, and if you're like Chris and I and you're a child of the 90s, then you know exactly who that fake sponsor's from.
Chevrolet.
Yes, thank you, Chevrolet. Did you know that the SS Impala was an extra wide sedan because it was designed to be stock, like off the factory floor, one of the fastest sedans out there?
Really?
Yes, the Impala was a shockingly fast sedan, and it was wider than normal.
That's what the SS was. Shockingly fast sedan.
No, also super sport. Maybe that too.
Oh, super sport. As long as we're on Impalas before we even get to the intro, they're also a medium-sized antelope. They roam the savanna and light woodlands of eastern and southern Africa.
Ooh, you may have seen them in the movie bowing to the new king Simba in Lion King.
Impala.
Yes.
Shot collar. All right.
Yep, you got it. Well, welcome back to another great day. We're so glad you're joining us here in podcast world. Thanks for spending the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes with us. We hope that you are encouraged to interact with each other, to be creative, and to converse. Well, today is Thursday, folks, and Chris, you know what that means. It's time for... also known as Backward Song Lyrics. Skirt.
All right, what do you got?
That is an awesome music bed. Dang. I'm about to start tearing the floor up over here. See, that rug is about to get cut. Ow!
Cut a rug. Wow.
Okay. Well, here we are at Backwards Song Lyrics, the segment of the show where we will each read a song's lyrics backwards and try to guess it. Have you noticed that all of our bits are self-explanatory?
Yes. We're trying to keep it paint by the numbers, not too complicated.
That's hilarious. All right, Chris.
I mean, what would you call it otherwise?
Song? Zip zoppity zoom.
Song time.
Song time with DJ Goodbeard Big Heart.
Song guesser.
Song time, but it's spelled T-Y-M-E. It's got to be spelled wrong. It's got to be spelled wrong. Okay, do you want to go first, Chris?
Sure. I'm going to turn off the music.
Yeah, good idea. Let's fade that out, producer. Thank you.
Because it's difficult to think about music and also hear other music
especially
at the same
to
time.
That hilariously awesome track that we have. I can't wait for next Thursday.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Say just, baby. Story, love, it's. Mess this of out, it make well afraid be don't. Real, it's but difficult is love this. And are you ready? You got it?
I think I got it.
Okay.
All right, listeners in the car, we've been getting overly excited and guessing, and you didn't get a chance to guess last week, so my bad. But I think I got this one.
You want me to keep going?
I'm going to go with, is it Love Story by Taylor Swift?
Yes, this is one of her original hits.
It's a love story, baby, just ma.
Yeah, I don't even know the words to it.
Romeo,
Actually,
take me far away, can be alone. I know my daughter is probably singing along going, Dad, you've messed up the words real bad.
Na.
Yes, it's a catchy ditty.
It is very catchy.
Back when she was still country.
And it was those times, a long time ago.
Yes, indeed.
Are you going to go backwards in time also?
I'm going backwards in time, but a completely different genre.
All right, what do we got?
Okay, here it goes. Ready? Love my need you when night late.
Wait. All right.
Phone cell my on me call.
Is this?
Love my need you when night late. Phone cell my on me call to used you.
I'm not sure I know this song.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Okay, I thought it was Hotline Bling.
It is. It is Hotline Bling.
But I was like, where's the Hotline Bling part? Which
I
skipped it's not even in there,
That's
is
the
it?
second part of the chorus.
Oh, okay. It's I wonder what to skip
when the
sometime.
Hotline Bling.
Yeah. It mean no thing.
There you go. And that'll do it.
You got me.
For Backward Song Lyrics. And bring us to this day in history. read all about it. Extra, extra. This day in history. The year was 1984. The Baltimore Colts moved to Indianapolis. That's right. On March 28, 1984, Barb Irsay, owner of the once mighty Baltimore Colts, moves the team to Indianapolis. Without any sort of public announcement, Irsay hired movers to pack up the team's offices in Owing Mills, Maryland, in the middle of the night while the city of Baltimore slept.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
I cannot imagine waking up and the Cowboys are gone.
Good night, and you wake up and they are gone. I mean,
Where are they?
they had run off. RUNOFT.
The New Mexico Cowboys?
Yes, seriously, the Albuquerque Cowboys. I would be furious.
It would blow my brain. It'd be crazy. It'd be mind-boggling.
This was such a disaster and nobody wanted to go play for this guy that took over. Like, even they drafted the John Elway of the Denver Broncos, and he refused to report. I'll just go play baseball. I'm not going to come.
What?
And so they ended up trading him to the Denver Broncos, where he went on to become the John Elway.
Man.
Fun story. In fact, Cleveland had the same thing happen to them. So the Cleveland Browns actually moved because they had a dispute with the city. They moved the team to Baltimore because they didn't want to have to deal with the city and the stadium anymore. And so the Cleveland Browns, they stopped being the Cleveland Browns, moved to Baltimore, became the Ravens after Edgar Allan Poe, the Raven, the poem. Did you know that the Baltimore Ravens are actually homage to Edgar Allan Poe?
Is he from that area? Is he from Baltimore?
I guess so. Maybe he spent some time there.
There was a movie that came out recently. I think he's at West Point.
Ooh, which is somewhere.
I think it's near Maryland and Baltimore. Isn't it?
Very cool. I know the Naval Academy is in Annapolis, but I don't know where West Point is.
I don't know.
But yeah, anyways, all these different people had these issues, and it wasn't until many years later that the Cleveland Browns came back. And I have a special place in my heart for Cleveland, so I found this story extra interesting. And my family is over there in Baltimore, although they're Steelers fans, oddly, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your family?
Yeah, they're not Baltimore Ravens fans.
All these teams.
Indeed. And if you're confused and lost, then you are in the right place. But if not, I hope you enjoyed what we just spoke about, because go sports! And that'll do it for this day in history, and bring us on to Hit It, Fred, the discussion question of the day. Doesn't Fred play so nicely on that upright piano in the corner over there?
He is accurate every time.
His tux looks so good. He's got a good attitude. All right, Chris, today's question of the day is a pretty easy one.
Oh.
It goes a little something like this. Have you ever moved to a new place? So if you're new this week on a Thursday, you're joining us, we like to ask a question and encourage you to pause the show and ask this question in the car. Have any of you ever moved to a new place, or wherever you are?
If you're currently moving to a new place, ask people about how you're moving to a new place.
How about that? That's cool. I like that. All right, Chris, have you ever moved to a new place?
I have.
Do you have any especially memorable memories? I stumped myself.
Your words fizzled out there at that moment. That's all right.
Do you like stuff and things?
I do have memories.
Are any of your experiences especially memorable?
There you go. I remember the first house that we lived in was in Abilene, Texas.
Oh, Abilene.
And I'm going to do this slowly and then ramp up really fast.
Okay.
Then the second house, I remember actually being my first memory. So the first house, I was told that I was born, and we were in, I think, like a house or an apartment. And I was told, this is the family lore, that for the first several weeks, I was in like a drawer in a dresser that they had made into a crib kind of thing.
Like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer keeps the Asian businessman in a giant chest of drawers, and he tucks them in every night.
It's kind of like that. I don't think it was ever tucked in, like closed. I think it was just. That's what I've been told. I don't know.
I like that.
I don't know if that's true or not. I should ask my mom about it.
That's why your real name's actually Chester Taylor, because you lived in a chest of drawers.
So then we moved to this house where I had my first memory, as we call it the white stucco house.
Oh.
Do you have so many houses in your life that you can call them by their names?
No.
Because we have many.
Oh, man.
Then we lived in Baird, Clyde, back in Cisco, Then we went to Paducah, Rotan,
Wow.
Snyder, and then Brownwood.
You have moved a lot.
And that was by high school.
Whoa.
Was that.
Is that like what, 8, 9 moves?
I was in 13 different houses,
Oh,
like physical houses, by the time I finished high school.
wow. So you were really good at packing up and getting gone.
I thought it was kind of a normal thing to move every couple of years, and then my parents always grumbled like, "We're never moving again," and then we would. And
Famous last words.
yeah, so I have moved quite a bit.
Breaking news, we're moving.
One of the fun things as a kid about moving to me was that when you go to someplace new, nobody knows you, so you can kind of try on new clothes socially to a degree. Be like, so I remember distinctly, we went to a town called Paducah, and there was a really cool kid in the next grade, and he was so cool. This is what he did. He didn't do anything. He didn't talk.
What?
But everybody like knew that he was the cool guy.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So I moved to a different town in 8th grade, and I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to say anything.
Ooh.
I'm just going to be quiet in the hallways. And if people talk to me, they talk to me. If they don't, they don't. And everybody loved me. I learned that in 8th grade, if you're the silent person, you can be part of the group, I guess.
Wow, that's amazing, dude.
I think it's probably that old quote. It's like, either be known a fool if you open your mouth or
yeah, open your
be
mouth.
thought a fool
Yeah.
if you keep your mouth closed. Open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yeah, there you go. That was a proverb we read at one point.
Yeah, so before that, I definitely opened my mouth and removed lots of doubt because I said many foolish things.
That's amazing.
So that's
I
my
love
moving
that.
story.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a story because I don't got much of a story. I basically moved like twice ever.
Wow.
And yeah, in fact, the house that we moved to when I was in the 2nd grade is the same house my parents still live in to this very day.
Wow.
Indeed. And I love it. I don't have a name for it, but a lot of good memories in that house. And I was just reminiscing the other day about when the time comes that, my parents either move out of it or sell it or become too old to take care of themselves. And what are we going to do with this house? I have these weird sentimental feelings about a thing that doesn't have feelings towards me because it's not alive. And it's just funny how we can assign value and feelings and memories to a thing that really is not sentient at all.
So
Isn't that funny?
What will be extra specially weird, I'm going to tell you now, future you, and you just prepare your heart for this. And if anybody else out there is listening and they have this situation.
All right.
So that when we moved to Brownwood, that last time we moved for high school, my parents lived there for 9 years. So it became kind of the place where I did all of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was home base.
it became the most home of any of the homes we ever had. And then they moved again to a new place that they built. My dad built on his own. And random people live in that house now.
Mm-hmm.
People I don't know.
Yeah.
Their cars park in the driveway.
Yeah.
Their kid plays in the backyard and skateboards where I skateboarded.
It's so strange.
And that is just, I was like, this is an odd deal.
Yeah. It's like seeing somebody wearing one of the shirts you donated to Goodwill. You're like, hey, that's my shirt. But I gave it away.
Yeah, it's not like the sad. It's I don't know. I feel like I can't think of it as sad because it's not necessarily sad.
You're right. It's
I don't
not
know what
sad.
it is.
Yeah, that's the
weird part.
Yeah, that's a mystery emotion. What is that? Nostalgia?
It's like a anti-nostalgia.
Longing? I don't know.
Anyway.
All right. Well, we've lingered on this one long enough.
Someone who does emotions and has thought about this.
If you know what emotion that is, let us know in the poll below.
Maybe it is a little bit of sad. And I will say, it is okay to be a little bit of sad. You need the full range of emotions.
Yeah, we talked about Inside Out earlier this week, and that was a good lesson from that movie.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Well, that'll do it for our question of the day and move us on to a completely ridiculous part of the show. Think of a geyser sprouting out of the ground all of a sudden. It's the dad joke. Hey, watch out. Okay, here goes the joke. You ready, Chris?
Let's do it.
All right. Ready? How do you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? You will see one later and one in a while.
Oh, dear.
Yep, and that is the joke. All right, on to the last part of the show, our newest segment called The Story of the True Hero. also known as the Gospel of Mark. Chris, what are we reading today?
This is Mark chapter 2, verses 23 through 28.
Mm-hmm.
And we're following Jesus as he interacts with people in villages and the religious leaders of the time.
Okay.
And before I talk about this one is interesting. We start seeing kind of the people who are very wary of Jesus. They're kind of like, what is he doing? He's disrupting
They
things.
think he's sus.
Yeah, that's what the kids say.
Very sus.
Sus. So they are going to do Among Us things and call meetings. That's
Who's the imposter? They think Jesus is the imposter.
They think Jesus is.
They know
think
he's the true hero.
he's going to come and take away their things and their way of life. All right.
Funny.
Here it is on 23. One Sabbath, Jesus was walking through the cornfields. His disciples made their way along, plucking corn as they went. "Look here," said the Pharisees to him. "Why are they doing something illegal on the Sabbath? Haven't you ever read what David did?" replied Jesus. "When he was in difficulties and he and his men got hungry, he went into God's house. This was when Abiathar was high priest, and ate the bread of the presence, which was only the priests were allowed to eat. And he gave it to the people with him. The Sabbath was made for humans," he said, "not humans for the Sabbath. For the Son of Man is master even of the Sabbath."
Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot.
So,
You know what? We're just going to let that rest.
there we go.
Feel free to hit pause and discuss amongst yourselves, or you can just wait for us to hit that beautiful outro music. All right, well, let's call it a day. Our mission here on Another Great Day podcast is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation.
We hope that you enjoy it. And we know that you've been on this ride for 37 minutes. So sorry it took so long to get here with all those houses and random pit stops. But even so, please rate it 100%, 1 million, or actually give it an appropriate rating, whatever you think.
Yeah, we trust you. Help us beat the internet. You know, that whole thing.
Most importantly, hope that you make it
Another
great
day. See you tomorrow.